So number one, you should always check the settings. The problem is I have so much equipment. Today, we are using the Fafine. Here, I'll show it to you. The Fafine may be bigger than really is. It's actually a smaller microphone. The great thing with this microphone is that you don't need fancy hookups. It's just USB, put it in. As long as you have the right setting, it will work. It's loud, it's clear. Unlike some of the other equipment I have, it's not finicky. It's easy to use. So, lots going on around the world. I read today that in Ukraine, some of the footage is actually old footage that they're showing. So it's hard to know what is real and what is not real during these times. Everyone's talking about sanctions. A lot of people seem to be scrambling, not really knowing what to say or what to do. I feel for them. Today, we are going to play some music, and we're going to connect with some of the people on Twitter, and we're going to thank them for their support. Thank you, Lady Lake Music. Thank you, Dr. Jimmy Starr, who is a great interviewer. I'd also like to thank Mark Bird 17. I'd also like to thank Tyree, Pat Grant 777, which is also known as Bright Star. Thank you so much. And she's wishing everybody happy Friday, and it is Friday. I don't know how happy it is in Ukraine right now, but for those who have family and friends in Ukraine, my heart bleeds for you. I noticed that there is people are showing support all over the world, doing small rallies within the cities that they live in. I've noticed that in Canada. Node XL Pro, thank you for all your support and everything you do. Thank you for, I'm on this list here of influencers. Well, I appreciate that too. Here, why don't we do a little, that's interesting. So for those who don't know the site here, what I'll do is I'll do this for you. I'll put this on. I did this the other day. Actually, I'll do this. This is even better. Okay, this will work. That's so funny. All right, here we go. Go over here, upload. Actually, you know what I'm going to do first, if it's okay with you? Here, let's do a reminisce. Look at this here. So there still is trucker protest all over the world, and they're heading to DC as we speak. So there is a lot of activity still. Right now, there's so much going on in the world, it's hard to know what direction to be in here. Let's shift this slightly. There we go. There you go. Oh, you can actually see the microphone if you do it that way too. This is my tried, tested, and true. I don't know if you guys can notice. I also got a little haircut going on here today. But this doesn't look like a violent Nazi white supremacist protester to me here. Yeah, interesting. I like all the flags. But most of the protests that I've seen all over the world have been incredibly calm and respectful, which I love. So who do I start with today? You know what? Why don't we do an inspirational video first? That feels right. I don't know if you're going to be able to hear my wife in the background. I can hear her. She's making me laugh. She's talking to the dog right now. Here we go.
There will be times when you will feel alone, when you'll feel deserted, when you'll feel weak and you'll doubt yourself and other people will doubt you and you ask yourself, am I crazy? Maybe I don't have what it takes. That's going to happen.
But I'll tell you something. Wouldn't it be a shame for you to stop when you've come this far?
Who on this earth would still be going right now? You are. You are.
You're still alive. You're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, that means you've still got some fight left in you.
If you are still alive, there's still room for improvement. There's still room to grow and be better.
Things are going to get harder. Things are going to get tougher. So what you need to do is you need to get harder and you need to get tougher.
You will be tested, and how you face that test determines the rest of your life. The one mentality that you must have in life is that regardless of what's in front of you, you still must grind. I fail at most things I do, but still I grind. I don't want to do half the shit I do, but still I grind.
When you want something, don't expect everybody to say, oh, you want this? Oh, great, we want to give this to you. No, many doors will be closed in your face. Many loans that you will want. They'll say, no, you don't have enough credit. And most people will give up. But you've got to decide that I'm going to be fearless. I refuse to be denied. And I'm going to go all out. Put yourself in a position where you can't retreat, where it's do or die, sink or swim. Here's what you'll find out. You'll develop incredible swimming skills. Through the inspiration of desperation, you'll become more creative than ever before. Throw your whole self into it.
If you dare to be great, if you dare to do something that you've never done before, if you dare to go to limits that you've never went to before, they will remember your legacy forever.
Don't let nobody steal your dream. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop running toward your dream. Their rough times are going to come, but they have not come to stay. They have come to pass. Don't say I'm having a bad day. Say I'm having a character building day.
When you have fear, fear makes you think in ways you shouldn't be thinking. When you have fear, fear makes you speak in a certain way. But when you have faith, you don't need to count. When you have faith, you don't need to go outside. When you have faith, you don't need to see how many horses. When you have faith, you don't need to see how many armies. When you have faith, you don't need to see how many swords. When you have faith, you don't need to count no shields. When you have faith, you just believe and it'll happen.
You concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on this opportunity with all your might, with all your soul, with all your heart. You focus on this, and tomorrow will take care of itself.
Write down at least 5 reasons on why you won't give up. What's going to make you unstoppable? Why you must be unreasonable, because logical, practical thinking says you can't do it today. But if you want to produce unreasonable results in your life, you've got to be an unreasonable person. You've got to be an uncommon person. It's very important for you to believe that you are the one, that you are entitled to this. You're supposed to have this. This is your calling. This is your time. When you no longer focus on the obstacles, when you no longer care what people think or what they might say, when you no longer find the need to seek their approval, it's done. When the pressure within you is greater than the pressure outside of you.
Let's click that. Okay, now you can hear me. Yeah, it's like a new learning curve because I'm using old technology here. But this is what I started off with, was the Fafine, and I love it. It's a great microphone. I'll put the link in for you as well. So I always get requests to read certain things, and I get emails all the time. And certain people told me that they love these quotes. So we're going to just chew on this for a second. We do this every Friday. Limiting people's access to your private life is self-care. Do you believe that to be true? So basically, don't tell everybody your business. Leave some of your mystery a mystery, right? Not everybody needs to know every single detail about your life. And you also have to be very careful too, because not everybody has necessarily the greatest intention with the information that you give them. So you have to be careful. I'm loving my new hairdo here. This is better. There's a lot less hair up there than there used to be, though. I don't quite understand. You get more hair on your eyebrows, right? Than you get up here now. So it's not that far if you think about it, from here to there. So what's going on within the brain, the mind, the spirit? The hair doesn't grow up there as much, and there's like a forest of hair on the ears. I haven't quite figured that one out either. Hmm. The path of least resistance that is available to you right here and now. If you could acknowledge that you have the ability to get on path and you have the ability to receive the flow. Do you know who that is? That's Abraham Hicks. Abraham. Yes. That's actually a very cool picture. Someone took a picture the other day and I loved it. And it was an older lady and she was watching what was going on. She was totally present in the moment, right? Living in the moment, having the time of her life. And everybody else was taking a picture in that moment. And I thought that was just priceless. So I'd like to welcome also Mel into the broadcast. Hello, Mel. And then I also noticed we have Randy Goodwin here with us today. Thank you, Randy. I also like to say hello to William and Scott. Thank you, Bill, for being here. I also want to give thanks to the countless people on Twitter. Let's have a quick look here of notifications. And as you can see, Revolution McGinnis. That's not correct. All right. So Node XL Pro. Thank you so much for all the support that you get. I love the list that you guys do. And the hashtag is hashtag CEO hashtag, which is kind of cool. Why don't we put this quickly into the comments right there? And the people can get access to some of this stuff. All right, everything seems to be working pretty good today so far, which is good. Okay, did that do its thing? Yeah, it did. Perfect. Wow, this is crazy. Thank you, Stephen P. Ham, for your support. And thank you, Sammy. I appreciate you as well. Sammy has 12,000 followers. That's not too shabby. Alberto E. Thank you. I appreciate you as well. He is also on this influencer list. He's a great guy to follow. Let's have a quick look at him. And I will put him in. Holy Mac. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like what he did there. That's actually really smart. So if you're on Twitter, what I highly recommend is always have another link. And he is showcasing a link here on Instagram, which is always good. Let's click this. There we go. Hi, Mel. How are you today? How do you feel about what's going on in the world? All the protests and, the stuff that's going on in the Ukraine, and you feel good. Okay, you're good. You're hanging in there. It's not affecting you too much. Do you think we need to, beef up the sanctions? It's a big mess. I would agree. It's definitely a big mess. And I don't see things getting better for a while. I think that's the first target, and then after then, he will probably go for Poland. That's my opinion. I remember there were lots of people last week saying, "Oh, there's no way, he's not going to invade." And then I heard today, and again, I don't know if the numbers are correct, but they were talking 170,000 troops in one day. Wow, that's a huge deployment. That's unbelievable. In fact, that's incredibly impressive. Trying to think here. I'm a little scattered today, guys. I'm sorry. Just so much going on in the world. It's got me thinking. I am going to play. What am I going to play next here? Why don't we do a tune by Confunction? Yeah, let's do that. And this is called Confunctionize You. It is Funky Friday, but Funky Friday today is probably going to be more Thankful Thursday. I had to take yesterday off. I rarely take a day off. Part of the reason I do two broadcasts many times is so I can have a day off occasionally. I really needed a mental health day, and I highly recommend that. If you can step away from social media from time to time, even TV, read a good book, go for a walk, spend time in nature, spend time with your pets if you can. Highly recommend all that. Before I do the tune, I need to look at this for 1 second here for you. Okay. So there is a list, and I will post it here for you. If you ever need inspiration, if you're having a down day, I'm going to give you the link here, and I highly recommend going to this link. And this is just hand-picked people on Twitter that I follow that are light givers. And it's a series of great quotes. And here is a list of great places to seek inspiration and wisdom on the Twitter stream. There's 170 members and there's 85 followers, which is pretty cool, which means that people are using this resource daily. And you can find this on Mike Bathurst on Twitter. I also have a secondary channel on Twitter, which is Shout MGB, and I will give you the links to those as well today. And I like to do that once a week. I also have a list that's all Happs contributors, which is fantastic because I get to see what's going on in their life. And what they're passionate about, because not everybody discusses what they love on Happs. That's a cool photo. Weird photo. All right. What school doesn't teach you how to sell, how to think, how to negotiate, how to face failure? That one's really tough. And I wish they did teach that. And failure isn't necessarily failure. It is just a place where you've been and you're learning life lessons daily. That's all it is, right? Learn to invest your money, how to find your passion, and that's for living, right? Whatever that may be. I think we all have, certain skill sets that are, uniquely us, which makes us uniquely present and in being present in the moment. Like this morning was witnessing my dog, which is Tia. And Tia is a great example of living in the moment, not living for tomorrow, what could be or what was, but just being fully engaged in what's in front of her in the moment, right? How to handle your money. I think that's incredibly important, especially if we teach that to students when they're young. How to start a business and how to communicate. And communication, I think, is one of the most important things in the world. And that is from Mr. Rich Professor on Twitter. And you can find these links through that link I just shared with you, which is great quotes on Twitter. Okay, so let's go back here. A lot of button pushing here. Okay, so let's do the confunction tune, and I'll be right back. I'm going to get a coffee. Have a great morning. That's an oldie but a goodie right there. That's from the LP Secrets. And that looks like it's written by Michael Cooper, which I didn't know. That was a sound that was very popular in, I would say, like 76 to 78. And Brass Construction, who else? The Ohio Players were doing that sound. I like it. I also want to say hello to Sweet Pea Leslie this morning. You can follow her also on Twitter. She's in the tweet here of Twitter Supreme, so you can easily connect with her there if you're a big fan. Let's see here what we got. I'm trying to think of what I want to play next. Okay, so let's click this. All right, and have a look. Why don't we go with this? Okay, so this is called North Carolina Bound. It's an acoustic duo, and it is Little Ed and David Weld. And this album is extremely rare. I saw these guys once. Now, I've seen Little Ed many times, but this duo I've only seen once. And I think they toured for about 6 months to a year together. It was an amazing show. I believe it might have been in the Kitchener area oh my Lord, 25 years ago, I think. Somewhere in that range. 20, 25 years ago. Good morning. We're going North Carolina Bound.
I've got trouble on my mind. Say I'm traveling and traveling. I've got trouble on my mind. You know I'm looking for my baby. Till my woman's hard to find. Well, I'm standing at the station with my ticket in my hand. Say I'm standing at the station with my ticket in my hand. Well, you know I'm going to find my baby. She done run off with another man. I'm gonna get on this train, boy, till I'm headed southbound. I'm gonna get on this train till I'm headed southbound. I'm going to North Carolina till I've got to leave this town. All right, Heavy. I'm going to leave Chicago till I've just got to go.
All right. That is Little Ed and David Weld. So, North Carolina bound. There's also a band version of this. I had this sent to me. I'm going to read it to you. This is my wish for you: comfort on difficult days, smiles when sadness intrudes, rainbows to follow the clouds, laughter to kiss your lips, sunsets to warm your heart, hugs when your spirits sag, beauty for your eyes to see, friendship to brighten your being, faith so that you can believe, confidence for when you doubt, courage to know yourself, patience to accept the truth, love to complete your life. That's beautiful. And that's Ralph Waldo Emerson. And that was written somewhere in the 1800s because he was born in 1803 and he died in 1882. So, in other words, they may not know the exact date of it, which is kind of cool. But if there's anything you want to send me to read that's inspiring, on the phone with my cousin, just checking in. Aw. So, Tony, you had a loss, right? Recently of a friend. And when you get to, Tony's age and my age, you start to lose people. Once you embark around 60 years old, people that are close to you starts to leave the planet. They do their exit strategy. Um, some of them, it's very abrupt. So, we went through this recently with Vanita, right? One day we were talking to her, and 2 days later, she wasn't with us. So it just shows how very precious life is. Tony, how is the pain in your back and neck lately? Are you okay? I hope you're not suffering too much. I have to be ultra careful when I'm walking now because you can't see the ice. We have a light blanket of snow, and we actually have in Ontario right now a weather warning still here. Okay. You're still moving, still grooving. Yeah. But it's very disturbing what I'm seeing in Ukraine. And some of the some of the footage supposedly was old footage they were showing on the news, which is so what's going on recently. You don't know what's real, you don't know what's old. So unless you're very educated to what has gone on in the last 10 years, you can't possibly know. But that's again them being able to, you know, dictate the flow of information. Even within Russia right now, they are going to fine anyone $60,000 who does not stay within the news stories that are filtered through the Russian government. So there's all kinds of control going on everywhere. Oh wow, I can't even read some of these trending Twitter things. They're so bad. Yeah. So if you can't get educated with what's going on, I think that's the best piece of advice for anyone. Watch as much as you can. Don't believe everything you see, and question everything. And if you can, fact check and listen. Because right now, it's a very different landscape than it was yesterday. So, of what I saw, how much of it that is real? It is propaganda, Kevin. I totally agree. And it's all, why spend money if you can use fear tactics and show old footage, I guess, right? They can stir the pot without doing anything. I also heard that there was 170,000 troops. Was that real? That seems like a lot of people. I don't know. We'll know in time, though, right? It's interesting, to say the least. But yeah. How are you this morning, Kevin? Is this affecting you in any way? Is it upsetting you? Or are you now becoming numb to all the craziness? Okay, let's see here. Why don't we play something? Uh, uplifting. Let's do that. How about something positive and fun for a moment? All right. This is a cover of one of my all-time favorite songs by Earth, Wind, and Fire. The song is called Fantasy. It's covered by the HSCC band, and it's amazing, the depth of this recording. But it also shows you how incredibly elaborate and rich all the Earth, Wind, and Fire recordings were in the 70s. Check this out. The HSCC band. Amazing. Really, really good. And they just get better and better and better. So they're getting a lot of airplay on Twitter. So, Joy, I invited you. I don't know if you know that, if you'd like to come up for a few minutes. Kevin, would you be interested in coming up at all? I invited Tony D as well. You know what? Let's do this. So, because I'll forget. All right. But I'll tell you, it's heavy on my mind. Some of the footage I've seen, it's pretty sad to see people suffer like that. I'm hoping some of that stuff I saw was old and not new. But good morning. Give me just a minute. Yeah, take your time. No rush on my end at all. Take your time. There's lots to talk about. So right now we're supposedly in a storm warning in Ontario. Wow. Yeah, they're showing some of the water areas where there's so much ice, and it's making its way onto the roads because of the high winds. But it's bitter cold basically in the face. So the main pocket, if you live in Ontario, is Newmarket, Richmond Hill, North York, Toronto, Milton, and it's on its way to Peterborough, and that will be in the next, I'd say, a couple of hours. But it's a huge front if you look at it, and it looks like it's got some serious snow, which we are currently getting. It's kind of a winter wonderland. All right, let's have a quick look here on the list because it is Friday. All right. The thoughts you think, the images you visualize, the actions you take they do deeply affect you. Someone had said to me, these are three things that you should base your life on. What you should put control on is your thoughts you think, the images you visualize, and the actions you take. And if you kept it that simple, that might actually work. And that's from Bold Hustle. I like the simple ones sometimes. They're easier. Oh my God, is that ever beautiful? Let's see if I can. Okay, save. There we go. All right. There you go. I'll definitely use that one. There you go. Perfect. But I find myself in deep reflection the last couple of weeks. Oh, here we go. Sorry, Kevin. There you go. Kevin's on his way up. Hey, buddy.
What's up, man?
My heart is heavy. I feel really bad for these people. Like it seems to be, it hasn't been easy for the last 20 years in the Ukraine at all. Like I'm not shocked. People talked about it last week. Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much.
I haven't seen Chris for a while.
Yeah, I love Chris. Chris is a really kind soul. He's out there doing what he does. I like his voice. He has a very unique voice. It's not easy being a musician. You know that.
Oh yeah.
It's and everybody's a critic, and everybody loves you when you're doing well. And Chris says prayers for the Ukraine. But it can be something that you have to do because you have a love for it. I don't think you could ever be a musician thinking you're going to get the pot of gold. Hello, Joy. Good morning.
Hello.
How are
Hey,
you?
Joy.
How are you feeling about the looniness in the world? Ukraine and yeah, it's I can't imagine. Like they're giving weapons to anybody who's willing to fight.
Well,
Yeah.
you gotta understand that a lot of this is they they've and when I say they, these are
They.
the award winning journalists that are the best way to find them is on Twitter. So I'll name off some people.
Yeah.
Um, they they have disclosed the CIA being behind this. They've been
Okay.
working on this for about a month,
Yeah.
infiltrating Ukraine with disinformation. There's fake videos, fake photos.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of protest of
Yeah.
anti-war in St. Petersburg, Russia, that
Yeah.
nobody's showing. There's thousands and thousands of Russians uh,
Yeah, I
protesting.
did hear that. I did hear that there are a lot of Russians that are deeply concerned by the actions that are going on.
And so if you want to follow these people, I'll give you the names. There's
The link.
Max Blumenthal is one.
Yeah.
Uh, he's an award-winning journalist. There's
Yeah.
Aaron Mate, uh,
Chris
Mate.
says you're down the rabbit hole.
No, I'm trained in psychops. I've been in
Yeah.
3 war campaigns in the military.
Okay.
I know how this works.
So is that why you handle me so well
No, I know
in,
how
in
I know
all
how
this
they
training?
I know how the site. Anonymous just took down
Yeah.
Russian television yesterday,
Ah.
and so they're really good at that. And I seriously believe that the CIA is behind Anonymous. Anyway, there's Abby Martin, another one you should follow.
Yeah.
Jimmy Dore, Jimmy
Okay.
Dore is another one. So when you go to these people's Twitter, you'll see them exposing a lot of this stuff.
See, and I said that earlier in the broadcast. I don't know if you know this, but I said whatever you see, whatever you hear, just try to fact check it. Don't assume, like, because I heard, they deployed 180,000 or 170,000 soldiers. Like, wow, how? That's a lot.
Yeah,
Do, do, you- do
look
you
up
think
this.
that? Do you think that's real?
Nah, it's bullshit. Look up this guy, Rajip Soyul. So
Yeah,
his Ragip Soylu. He's blue checked, and
yeah.
he's showing a video. He has a video posted of St. Petersburg civilians.
Hmm.
It is fun. It's phenomenal, and you don't see this on the news.
Yeah. Well, we only get what they want us to see, right?
But you don't see any of this.
Hey,
The CIA has been
at least it's not being filtered. At least we're seeing it through. If you're willing to look, right?
so
I like that.
Yeah. So Aaron Mate, he tweeted, Biden rejected Russia's offers to keep Ukraine neutral and help
Yes.
sabotage the Minsk Accords, which could have prevented this.
Yeah.
Since he's now hanging Ukraine out to dry, perhaps Kiev can hire Hunter Biden for $80,000 a month for his expertise on how to navigate his dad's crisis. And he's an award-winning journalist. This guy's got
How do you feel? Okay, I want to get you off this just for a second. How do you feel about the threats of, okay, let's say that he does gain control again, and is his next target, do you believe, to be Poland?
see that's all going sideways because the
Because that's what
actual
I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing on
the,
mainstream media. That's
yeah,
that, and they've been dishing that out now for about 3 weeks, even before. Joy
yeah.
wants to say, Joy, get in there. Go on, Joy. I can tell. The
No,
steam
no,
is coming out
I'm
of her
just
ears. Here we
no,
go.
no, 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 no. I'm just listening. I'm actually just listening because I think the truth lies somewhere in the middle between the left and the right. Because
Yeah.
I don't think that we know everything,
No,
and
we don't.
we'll probably never know everything.
No, and they don't want us to because they don't
No,
feel like we can
no.
handle it.
But
We need the love
it's
burst.
just,
Thank you.
yeah, it's just a sad
Chris sent his love
situation.
burst. Sorry, Ann. I thought you would want to know. Keep going.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, um, it's just a sad situation that so many innocent people are stuck in the middle now.
Yeah.
And
Kevin, are you
there's,
blowing a fan on yourself or something? Are you fanning yourself off because you're so heated? Because I hear.
Well, you
Are
hear
you
like
putting
a background noise?
I hear a fan. I'm not hearing ghosts like I usually hear when you're on, but today I'm just hearing a fan.
I wonder if it's my dishwasher.
Oh, it's probably your dishwasher.
It may
That's
be
what
my
it is.
dishwasher. Sorry.
There it is. Okay. Okay.
It's definitely quieter than the last one because the last one it was just like you couldn't hear anything.
Oh, my favorite broadcast of all time was Tony D, and he was in the laundry room beside the washer. I think it was him. I think I might be wrong. It might have been James. I don't know. It was somebody in our inner circle, and I was like, "Good, just do your laundry. Thank you. Bye." No, it was Colin. It was Colin.
Oh, it's
That's who it
Colin?
was. Yeah,
Oh my
Colin was doing his
gosh.
laundry. He was doing his laundry one day, and I went, "What's that noise?" And another time, he dropped a shaver, and it sounded more like a vibrator.
Oh my gosh.
All true stories. All true stories. Sorry, I'm trying to add a little humor into the
I miss
nuttiness.
Colin though. I miss
I
Colin.
I think he's one of those people that the cheese fell off the cracker. He's not feeling the Happs thing, and he hasn't had the training that our dear friend here has had. So Kevin knows how to handle me, right? He's had he's had the deep probing, definitely on the probing mental warfare that he can do with me, which is fine.
So yeah, try this on for size, Mike.
Yeah.
So the two cities that are supposedly being invaded by Putin.
Yeah.
What's been disclosed, and no one's going to talk about this by these journalists, is that they actually did call Putin and ask for help.
Yes.
And asked him to come in.
Yes.
To help them
to
these consulates.
Okay.
They requested help to come in. And so the mainstream media has turned that word and that request for help into invasion.
Okay.
So everything now is spun.
Yeah. So
that's part of the psychological
you don't know what's real.
operation.
Yeah.
No, it's just a psychological operation.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's being fed that this is an invasion when it was actually a request for help.
I'm sorry. I have a question here, and I want to make sure that they feel heard, especially Chris. Chris is one of my faves. Michael, have you heard the Happs news? Well, I've heard a lot of news, Chris, that I've kept to myself. So, what do you want to come up and share your news, or are you also going to stay quiet? Okay. I don't know. I don't know what he's pertaining to. There's always new stuff I hear all the time. So, and again, I don't ever know what's entirely real. So I just stay out of it. I've learned now. I just let things unfold. And I'm grateful for each day that we're able to be here together with joy. And when I can hear the rich sounds of her wonderful dishwasher in the background, I know I'm fully alive. Yes. There you go. Yes. She has to keep everything squeaky clean for us here. Can So I like this side of you, Kevin. This is good. Have you ever thought of doing a show once a week? See you all later. Okay.
Bye, Chris.
I'll catch up offline. Well played,
He's
my
like
friend.
leaving everybody in like limbo.
Yeah, I like
what's
that.
The news?
That's right. Okay, listen, when you talk to Putin later today, Chris, Um,
Uh,
just, just tell them
catch
that
it,
everything's cool.
catch you on TikTok.
Yeah, catch you on TikTok. Catch you on the rebound. Hey, Rick Costa, how are you, sir? Would you like to
Hey,
come up, or
Rick.
are you working? I think he's taking what they're giving because he's working for a living. Yeah, right. Do you know what song that is? Do you know who did that? Alabama.
Bama
Alabama.
Mama.
We're taking
It's
what they're
kind of
giving because we're working for a living. There you go.
it's kind
Alabama.
of like all that disinformation that happened in Canada with the truckers until the cops had to go down there and crack some heads.
Yes. Yes.
Everything that was being fed to us about, it
Mm-hmm.
made it seem like every truck in Canada was on a protest when it was
Yes.
only a small group. And they showed actually, these journalists actually showed video on
Yeah.
Twitter
Yeah.
of these 20 trucks that were protesting with
Yeah.
no cargo. And then you see all these trucks in the background
Mm-hmm.
delivering stuff, and I'm like, I thought every truck was on strike. What are these other trucks doing working?
Well, 90% of the truckers said it was ridiculous. 90%.
Yeah,
So what you were seeing was 10%. The other thing that drove me crazy is if you're going to do a protest, do it for 2 days. Two
yeah.
days max. You don't need to be there for 3 weeks and roasting pigs and have a jumpy gym and I and then we went wacko on our end. And again,
Yeah.
look at all the facts, come up with
Yep.
your own conclusion, listen to both sides, and the wisdom of Joy, with the washing
yeah,
machine in the background. Um,
they
it's
took
somewhere it's somewhere in the middle. It's
yeah, they
somewhere in the
took a
middle.
they took a small fringe group and
Yeah.
they blew it up and
Oh, they milked
broadcasted
it.
it,
They milked
and
it. Yeah.
they make it look like all of the Canadian truckers were
Yeah.
behind this,
No.
and
No, they weren't.
they fed that to us,
But a lot of
you know.
truckers were outraged saying, "Look, I need to make a living. I'm wasting
Yeah,
fuel. I'm barely making money as it is now, and you're blocking the border. I'm not the enemy. Stop."
yeah.
Yeah, so that went on too. But then I think we overreacted. Like, did we need horses there? Come on. And then some people got trampled. And did we need to have, which looked like to me, the ends of a plunger that they were hitting people with? I don't know. Joy,
the
say what
world's
you
got
want to say. Joy, I
the
can
world's
tell.
gone berserk.
Joy
No,
does this when she has this upper body language when she wants. Go ahead, Joy.
no, it's like the world is just going crazy right now.
I know.
I mean, it just really is, and it's just sad. So I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh,
It's
it
just
it's beating the snot out of me emotionally. I'm trying to stay neutral, and I go ahead.
yeah. I mean, you can look around, and I mean, even here in Memphis, and I'll be
Mm-hmm.
honest with you, I don't like this area. It's just a lot of crime.
Mm-hmm.
I came from a lower crime rate,
Yeah.
which not even 100 people was murdered in a year. Maybe 50,
Yeah.
but and then down here it's every day,
Hello,
and
Michael.
it's
Yes.
just sad. I mean, there's record numbers of murders and so much violence
Right. Well,
is
I think it's
going
because
on right
people are
now.
frustrated.
It
They've
is,
lost
and
hope.
yeah, and so much
How do you
gangs
feel about
and
the mandates, Joy?
are you talking about the mask mandates?
Yes, it's as the truckers were saying, the 10%. I don't want to wear a diaper anymore on my face, and I was like, diaper? Who's wearing a diaper?
Well, you kind of got to look at all the this news from these past 2 years.
Yeah.
Do the mask really work? I
Well,
know that there's some people says that they do, some
mm-hmm.
people says that they don't. So, and granted, I think like the hospital workers and everything, they always have to wear their mask,
Yeah.
but there's also issues coming from wearing masks all the time. Lung issues, respiratory infections, a lot of trouble breathing. I know my mother-in-law, when she would come home from work, around her nose and mouth was blue from
Yeah.
she had to wear a mask for over 8 hours a day,
Yeah. Yeah.
and she wasn't getting enough oxygen, and she felt so horrible. She was developing a cough.
Yeah.
And so if you do proper, hand washings, just keep your distance from people, but
Hmm.
at the same time, people are going nuts because of the mask mandates and the
Yeah.
social distancing.
Have they
So it's
lifted the
just
mandates in your, because they're talking about in March. I think March 14th is when they're thinking about lifting the mandates here in Canada. So you won't
yeah,
have to wear a mask. We have this vaccine passport that will be gone. Honestly believe it's the politicians worried that they won't get reelected if they continue to
right,
have these mandates. They want to
yeah,
keep their jobs. So
yeah.
that's a part of it.
I
I
do believe
also
that is a
believe
part of
that
it.
almost everybody has had it, even those who have not chose to get the jab in their arms. And they're showing countries where people couldn't afford to get the jab, and their numbers are going down because they've developed through, again, a lot of people perishing, herd immunity.
Right.
Hmm.
I know.
And
I know. Last month, our
Kevin's
doctor.
laughing. We want to address this now. Is it from the
No, the
incessant
word the word
washing in the
jab.
background, or
The word jab, the dog, it's a dog whistle.
okay? Hi, Ash. You've been invited if you want to come up.
Yes.
But has it affected you, Kevin? Like it,
Hey, Tony.
No.
like no, no, and this is because you're just putting all your focus on me lately, just keeping me centered. Is that
What do you mean, the whole COVID thing?
the whole COVID thing? There's more to life than bagels and cheese, my friend.
Oh, you mean the whole anti-vax, the whole vax, the
Yeah,
whole
yeah. D
disinformation
from the
thing?
cool. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Jazz, as I call him. D from the cool. Yes,
Mike for reals.
he's a great guy. He's a great
Yeah,
guy.
I'm gonna quickly plug
Hmm.
on your show there that on March 9th, my birthday, which is
Yes.
Wednesday,
Yes.
I'm gonna broadcast from 12
Yeah.
noon Pacific time to
Okay.
8 p.m. I'm gonna broadcast
Oh my
8 hours.
gosh.
Hmm.
My birthday from I'm going off the top of my head, but from 12 to 2 p.m. I'll be playing a lot of the music that I've recorded, my bio, pictures, some videos, groups, some bands I've been in,
Yes.
mainly my music history. And
Yeah.
then at 2 p.m. I'm gonna have from I believe. Let me see here. I want to go off of memory.
Oh yeah.
So
How is the memory?
uh, it's shot
Okay.
with all the years of drug use. So
Yes.
2 p.m. I'm gonna have Mr. Mike for Reals come on. He's gonna play.
Oh,
Uh,
good.
and 3, I'm gonna have Mr. Brian Ramirez from New Jersey playing
Beautiful.
guitar or piano. 4 p.m. Mr. OG Classic Jones here from Happs.
Yes.
He's gonna DJ for an hour from Indiana.
Yeah.
At 5 p.m., the heavy hitters are gonna come on. From North Carolina, Hope Griffin.
Hmm.
It'll be 8 p.m. her time, 6 p.m. Pacific from Texas. Mark Lum, phenomenal. If anything, tune in to watch that guy. Um,
Yeah.
at 7 p.m. Pacific, it'll be. She's also been here on Haps. She's a QSC artist from Los Angeles, Katie Ferrara. And
Yeah.
closing out at 8 p.m. Pacific will be Trevin McClure. So these are all independent artists.
Hmm.
And so that'll be a fun birthday music broadcast.
Well, and I'm just hoping at the end of the day you have enough energy still for a happy ending.
Oh, of course.
That yes, of course. We
I might, I might even pick up a guitar and write a song for you, Mike.
thank you. Thank you so much. Yes.
Yeah,
Well, the things that you do to keep the world safe.
yeah.
And thank you. Just keeping me in line. There you go. Yes.
Kevin,
I
your
put
birthday's on the 9th. Mine's on the 6th.
All right, Pisces in the house.
Yep.
mm-hmm.
The, time for the fish to come out.
Ash says she's very excited for your birthday. So
Yeah, Ash.
how
Ash
so
is
how old are you going to
one
be,
of my
sir?
friends.
Do you mind if we discuss your age?
I'm going to be
Would that
82.
82? You look phenomenal. Is it the cream cheese bagel diet?
It's
You know,
I take Prevagen. I eat jellyfish.
jellyfish.
That's what's
Okay.
wrong with
Yeah.
you. Poisonous. That's what's wrong with
Yes.
you.
Tony D's in the house. How are you, my friend?
I'm good.
How
How's
you, how
everybody?
you coping?
I was on the
I
phone
know
with my
you had
cousin.
loss.
Can I tell
So.
you that I just went through a blessing?
Mm-hmm.
My cousin called me. She was able to help with my groceries. Um, that's a prayer that's answered to me right now.
Yay.
So that's a big plus.
Because
Kevin,
you had to get your starter fixed, right?
yeah, I haven't done that yet. I'm trying to find somebody who can do it the same day, and that's my issue.
Right.
Kevin, I'm actually insulted by your meathead face, pork chop looking, unappetizing and poisonous system because you're gonna have a celebration with all these people on Happs and you ain't invite me for nothing. So
Yeah.
may
Yeah.
you
Well,
What's up with that? Have
may
you
your
not heard
birthday
his Luther Vandross vocals? Come
I'm
on.
gonna get 'em. May your birthday drink come out your nose. May your shoes fit wrong. May your sock have a hole in it. but
So
oh well.
I don't think he's spearheading you having a happy ending. Oh well.
oh well, Mike
Well,
Not,
wish you a
between
happy ending. So at the end of the day, I hope you at
well
least get a happy ending, and if not, I'm gonna laugh at you.
well be, between 12 and 2 o'clock, when I'm doing my own doing my own thing there, you can come up and sing a few tunes if you want.
I would nah. If I'm at work, you good. But I'm probably gonna
'Cause-
be checking in, telling you happy birthday and all that good stuff. But I'm still gonna
yeah,
give you.
because after 2 p.m. everybody else is going to take over.
Yeah, and I love what you said about the heavy hitters. You play some serious music, and Classic had me yesterday. You know, OG Classic broadcast. He was playing some serious. He was playing some serious music up in there.
Oh, he's gonna turn it out for me.
Oh yeah,
What
'cause he
part of
got some good stuff.
Indiana is he from? Do you
Um,
know?
OG Classic. He's
Yeah.
from Indiana.
Oh,
Indiana.
well, he lives in
what?
Indiana. He's from Michigan. He's from Michigan.
Yeah,
Oh, he's from.
yeah.
Him
Oh,
and brother Shannon and all them grew up together.
does he live in Indiana or Michigan?
No, he lives in Indiana right now.
Oh, what part?
I don't know. I leave a lot of people alone. Where you at? Okay. And then I try not to probe
Me,
too hard, with this being the public internet and everything.
Yeah.
He's good
yeah.
people, honestly. He is. And he's got some great music. Him and Kevin, that's a dangerous combo. That's going to be a good jam session for real. That's a dangerous combo.
No, the reason I ask, I'm in Fort Wayne a lot, so.
Oh, yeah. We'll find out for you. And I appreciate the advice you gave me the other day, too. Because I put it up on the other broadcasts. Because they're going to
Oh,
need to
okay.
know if we actually do it. I need
Yeah.
Mike to get to work. Mike needs to figure out where we could stay at if we was to come to Canada. We need to price hotels and all that. People talking about, I got to get a passport now. Messing around
yeah.
up here. Lord have mercy.
Yeah. We'll have to have a bulletin out saying if you see this gentleman, he may be charming. Be careful.
Y'all going to have to rope their part of the
Yeah.
city off if we come up there.
Yeah.
Lord have
That's
mercy.
right. He
Hey,
may
I'm
be
getting
more
ready.
charming than he really is. Calm down.
Easy.
I'm
Easy.
only going to Canada if I can go to a party city.
That's Toronto. That's Toronto. That's the only one.
No, Vancouver.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
really?
like it there?
Oh yeah.
I can't afford Vancouver from what I've heard.
Yeah. Vancouver's insane. It's true.
Vancouver's so insane that if you pick up a girl at a nightclub
Yeah.
and you get in a taxi, the taxi driver's picking her up too.
Yeah. Why not?
Nice.
Party time.
Nice.
Party time.
Joy,
Then when you
please just
check in,
block your ears. He's had some very strange training, and
and
I
if you
don't
can
think we
make,
need to hear about that. I think he's mixing some of the training, the military to the missionary training he's had.
Exactly.
So we need to be careful. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Mike, what's going on in your world?
We have a storm right now. It's kind of crazy. I'm a little
Actually, I
saddened
agree.
by what is real or not real in the Ukraine, and I'm saddened to hear that you have lost a friend. And
I
I
appreciate
honestly,
that.
what today was reflecting on my aunt and Vanita today. I was thinking about both of them.
Yeah, the friend I lost in high school, we go back 30 years. Um,
Oh wow.
he had been fighting cancer. We thought he was good. He had told me a couple months ago that, actually last year a lot, cancer was
Yeah.
gone. I watched a lot of his posts, but one of the other guys that I grew up with called me and said that our friend's mom had called him,
Hmm.
told him she tried to wake him up one morning. He didn't get up. Then when she went to go wake him up, his body was cold.
I hear tunes. I hear tunes.
Then my ringtone spam, spam
Uh,
callers. I don't know how they find me faster than people that owe me money.
yeah.
Don't make no damn sense. I'm gonna start
What's your ringtone? What was that?
putting
What was the song?
"Allure" by Jay-Z.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
gotta pick the right instrumental for when your phone rings. Cause see, if you're gonna catch people's attention with your phone ringing, you want
Yeah.
them to jam more than you want them to be mad. You know what I mean?
You want him to jam. That's right.
Yes, jam.
Yeah. That's a good piece of advice. Make it fun.
That's what I do. I used
Yeah.
to have ringtones for everybody specifically, but that used to get me in trouble.
Yeah. Have you ever been at somebody's house and then the husband came back and your phone came on and it was like a very happy tune and it
No,
gave you enough time to pick up your pants and run?
no,
No? Okay. All right.
no.
All right. Okay. I do because I was thinking that would be sorry, Joy. Joy. Sorry, Joy. Just block your ears there.
Well, the problem was you didn't put the phone on mute when you got there.
Yeah, I know, but with you're like a missile, right? You
Yeah,
had
yeah,
one
yeah, 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 yeah.
mission. Yeah.
ICBM. You're just right.
Launch. Launch. Yeah, sorry.
Right. This is gonna hurt.
That's
Impact.
That's right. Don't get it twisted like Key Sweat. All right.
Impact.
It's yeah. That's right. Yes.
Impact. Like
Another
this.
satisfied customers. That's what
Hey,
he
I
said.
try my best. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know. Yeah.
If I ain't the best, I'm good at it. And I ain't enough.
Well,
You too used to it. I'm just saying.
Willie Dixon wrote a song about you. Did you know that?
I never heard of him. What he say?
I want to tell you what some of the lyrics are in it. It said, I'm built for comfort. I ain't built for speed, but I got everything a little girl needs. There you go. And that I'm pretty sure he wrote that about you.
How old was he?
He was in his 40s, like
I
you.
would have said a woman. He's going to jail.
Yeah, I know. It was like a little girl, and it was like, what?
I would have said a woman.
You know what? That song was written in the 50s. So it shows you how different the world is.
It was
Yeah,
different
it
back
really
then.
is.
The world was
Yes.
very different. If you think about it, if you go back to the 20s, if you were 14, you were married.
So that was
'Cause
true for the most part.
and it was because women only lived till their 40s because or earlier because the winters were so harsh. And this is before the time that Kevin was around, doing this military training, keeping everything, on the up and up.
Hey, yo, he wasn't the only one. You know what I'm saying? I was military too, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had
Well,
to get,
yeah,
I had to
but
get on somebody's ass last night trying to call me out. I had to get on them real quick.
I think you're more of a fixer.
A little bit. I can breathe.
Yeah, and I think Kevin's more of a fester.
No.
There's a fester and a fixer
Kevin's
here.
more of a bully. He's a bully.
He's just yeah. Well, yeah. Yes.
The hell was that?
Someone stole his bagel.
What the hell was that? Kevin. Kevin. You sound like a 1980s arcade.
Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind.
those are cockpit flight deck warnings to the pilot.
Sounds awkward.
That was it was revealing. So I need to go, guys. So we've got to do quick promote yourself. gratitude, best part, worst part, whatever you want. Who wants to go
Joyce
first?
Ladies first.
Well, hey everybody. I'm Joy. So if you're not following me, please give me a follow. You can find me on Instagram at the same name, on
Yeah.
Twitter at the same name.
Yeah.
On Twitch, I am Joy Southern Sass, which I'm probably going to try to change my name so to go across all platforms.
Right.
So, and I am hoping to start my cooking show again and just trying to figure out a good day to do it. So it may be
Yes.
on Thursdays. So, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, Kevin, hit us up, brother.
Yeah, I'm grateful for all my award-winning journalists on Twitter that I put in the chat.
Thank
there
you.
to keep my sanity and
Mhm.
stay away from the mainstream media that is psychologically ruining your brains because they work for the government and are putting a spin on everything and making
Yes.
you making you guys feel like you do. So
Okay.
get the real news from these guys. These guys have been fired from CBS, NBC, and ABC for the exact reason for spreading the truth. You know, that's why Julian Assange is in jail right now. He hasn't really he's the only journalist on the planet that has never reported anything false, and all journalists should be shaking in their boots that he's in jail right now for
Oh, I
doing
see what you're
absolutely
saying.
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy. Okay, Tony D.
I'm grateful Kevin doesn't speak his mind because we wouldn't know how to act if we really listened to what he was saying. I'm grateful for the fact that he doesn't show his face so they don't find him for talking all the smack he talks on Happs.
I think that's
Thinking
true.
nobody's gonna find his butt. I'm
Yes,
grateful for Joy's sweater.
Yes.
I am grateful for the
We had a pause there for a sec, folks.
I'm grateful for the assistance I just received from my cousin. I'm grateful for everybody who saw that I did have a friend pass and for everything that you just kicked out. Appreciate that, Mike, honestly, because it was pretty deep. It was a pretty deep effect because a lot of us. Wait, boy, I'm talking. I'm grateful for my son.
Yes.
I'm grateful for his I will give me a second. I'm grateful for the fact that he has his own mind. He wants to show me so much, even though I'm talking to people and he still hears and he wants to be a part
Can
of
I
it.
tell you something?
I know you're gonna tell me something.
Can I tell you something right now?
Can I finish?
I want to show you right now.
Can I finish?
This is why they're my favorite YouTuber.
I got you.
Gonna have for that security breach.
He talks
That's your
fast.
homie.
He talks fast like me. Y'all see that, right?
I saw that.
You've been
Yes.
taking notes.
Yeah, FNAF security.
I know. I'm grateful for Ash Paul's trying to look out for me the other day. I do appreciate her the other week. I mean, and I'm grateful that I'm actually done because Mike really does have to go. So thank you very much.
Okay. So listen, we're gonna end the show. This is called Hear the Drummer. And we have a drummer here named Kevin. Thank you, buddy. Hear the funky drummer.
I'm grateful for the
Oh,
dog.
look at the dog.
groove on, cause it's time to move on. Hear the drummer get wicked. Love and having fun. Let's groove on, cause it's time to move on. Hear the drummer get wicked. Love and having fun. Let's groove on, cause it's time to move on. Hear the drummer get wicked. Love and having fun. Let's groove on, cause it's time to move on. Hear the drummer get wicked. Love and having fun. Let's groove on, cause it's time to move on. Hear the drummer get wicked. Love and having fun. Let's groove on, cause it's time to move on. Hear the drummer get wicked.
All right. Thank you so much to Tony D, Joy, and Kevin. Hello, Brian. Good to see you. Thank you to Rick Costa for being here as well. And we are forever grateful here on the Happs Network to be able to have the network that we do and the connections that we have made worldwide, and that we can be on air any time of the day and still have incredible connection and feedback and synchronicity. Thank you so much for being here. See you soon. Have a great day.